PlayStation first party studio rejects the Pro. That's right. There's a tweet from Estelle who links to somebody to PlayStation Lifestyle. Damn, PlayStation people out here exposing their own. He says upcoming PlayStation Studios game won't be PS5 Pro enhanced. Let's read about it. So, an upcoming PlayStation Studio game will not be PS5 Pro enhanced. Its developer has announced following an incorrect PlayStation Store listing. That's even worse. San Diego Studios MLB The Show 25 was originally thought to be Pro enhanced.
We can't see what you're seeing.
God
FYI.
damn it. How? You absolutely can.
No, I just see a picture of.
You can't read the thing that I'm.
Yes.
Reading. Got it. Okay, that's okay. There we go. So San Diego Studios MLB The Show was originally thought to be Pro enhanced because it carried the relevant tag on the PlayStation Store. However, an official game FAQ confirms that there are no enhancements. God damn. Yo, what this implies is crazy. We're going to talk about it, but MLB The Show's 25's PlayStation Store page removes PS5 Pro enhanced tag. The PlayStation Store's PS5 Pro enhanced tags can be quite misleading. As we've mentioned before, we're going to have to follow that link somewhere else after we read this.
Absolutely.
As they're often applied to games without enhancements.
Damn,
we're not deep into this one. I haven't even known this. However, players were not expecting MLB The Show 25's tag to be a blooper because it's a first-party game and one that players expect to come with Pro exclusive features. They say while the game runs smoothly on the PlayStation 5 Pro, it does not include any exclusive enhancements or features beyond the standard performance. The FAQ reads, PlayStation Store has since removed the tag from MLB The Show 25's page. Damn, that's embarrassing.
That's wild.
He says, however, the game is still advertised as Pro Enhanced on PlayStation Direct at the time of this writing. Interestingly, that's the first key feature Sony lists on MLB The Show's page on its online storefront.
Ooh.
Looks like the tag is applied to all games, especially first party, by default. Well, the ponies are not going to like.
Man, how they went ahead and ran with that PlayStation 5 Pro Enhance.
Wow.
That was like their lifeline with this freaking pisser. After, they found out it wasn't a 4090. That was, they loved it, dude. They loved it.
How you
Forza is it's PlayStation 5 Pro Enhance. Wow. Yo.
Bro, how are you going to have your first party studio, who, by the way, is making a multi-platform game, a game that's going to run everywhere?
Crazy.
And you're going to have that studio, that's your first party studio, literally look at you, Sony, and say, nah, we're good. It runs on the Pro, you know what I'm saying? But we ain't do nothing special for that shit. It's funny. It seems like the Pro can't do shit on its own. Because I could tell you right now, if anybody knows different, you can tell me in the chat. But I'm pretty sure that if there's a 60 FPS mode on MLB The Show, and I'm not 100%, that it's not native 4K. I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure that's the case, right? Where it's not native 4K. So you would think that out of the box, PlayStation 5 Pro would be able to make it at the very least native 4K.
But no.
But no. I mean, look, Mark Cerny has said in the past that it's up to developers to do what they want to do.
He did.
And
that was a red flag, by the way.
The fact that they don't want to put the pisser in there. They don't want to take advantage of any of the supposed extra horsepower. That's fucking wild. Is that not like super embarrassing?
It is. It seems like it's not worth the work. They can't figure it out, or it's just it doesn't make a freaking difference. I think the combat of trying to, because if we remember, I don't know if you recall when we saw those pictures from Alan Wake 2, right? And they were trying and they just kept trying to polish it somehow because it made the game look that poorly that they had to go ahead and keep, they had a whole freaking written freaking documentary about how difficult and all the steps that they had taken. Technology is supposed to, yes, you got to tweak things here and there maybe, but it's supposed to enhance and make things better and easier. It's not supposed to be a combat situation that you have to spend this much time and energy trying to at least make it look normal, never mind enhanced, right? And it's crazy because the whole they just love the idea that it was PlayStation 5 Pro enhanced, and it was all bullshit. It is all bull crap. Everything is just coming to freaking light. We've known what the heck is up with this pisser, and this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. No shit, they're going to go ahead and leave it up to a third freaking party to go ahead and figure out the next box that they're going to make and put out there. They have to. No crap, they're not going to move forward with the pisser.
That's wild.
It's a problem. And the funny thing is that these gallopers are the ones paying for that problem. Right? So I think you are. I forget, but first I forget where the message was, but here we go. Hold on. I got to go to Dion because this is the first thing I thought about. Remember when the PlayStation 5 box set AK and then they scratched it off? This is the same freaking thing taking place again. They're like, wait, hold up. We misspoke. Let's just scratch this off. Ryuar says over here, but Super Ponies won't sue with such an easy win. It's like they're not going to do a damn thing about it. And PlayStation continues to make claims on things that are not real. And then they get to come out here and they don't even say oopsie. They just act like it never happened. You never saw this, right? Like these things aren't real and that they're not really taking place. Like, you can't take their word for a damn thing. And if you can't trust the company that is expecting you to pay $700 for their next box minimum, then what? Who's the fool? Who's the fool? PlayStation for working on technology that they don't understand and they're out here putting out crap that is freaking diminishing their brand, or the people that are out there supporting this nonsense, speaking on its behalf when they don't know a damn thing about it, and then when the truth is exposed, they don't want to address it, right? That's some coward shit. You need to call this bullshit out. And this is why it doesn't matter, how big mad they want to be about someone's opinion and the bullshit that they want to put out there about our box, about our games, about anything, right? When you can't even speak for yourself as to what is wrong with your brand, the one that is taking your money, that you're supporting, that you're giving your money to, your opinion means nothing. Nothing. Because you a bitch. Come on, man.
It's the truth.
Come on.
It's the truth. They just take it no matter what. It's fucking crazy. The homie Cold Star, thank you for being here.
Yo,
man.
thank you for rocking out, baby.
Ponies are saying it's fine because they have Microsoft making pro enhanced games for them. They just move the goalposts. Hey, that's great. Actually, I love that. I love that. Thank you, Cold Star, for saying that. The more they succumb to the truth that PlayStation will become a store and stop making their own games, the better, right? That's the faster that happens, the better for them. Yes, keep looking forward to those Microsoft games, right? We're getting our next gen console next year or the year after that. Okay, let's go ahead and let's have you guys keep spending that money. Let's keep getting that early edition, right? So do the $99 premium edition. Let's keep spending that money so we can keep collecting and keep getting more for us and have you guys just enjoy your pro enhanced. We just heard that it's misleading when they do that because they just put it on anything say, hey, it works on the pro.
It's the selling point, right? They want to call it. Listen, Queen Witch said, put lipstick on a pig is still a pig, right? You can word it however you want, right? You're using the pisser port for it, right? No problem. It doesn't mean that it's enhanced in any way or better in any way, shape, or form. That's just the reality.
Facts.
But this is crazy. The fact that, listen, I appreciate the fact that they are moving it and they're moving it towards Xbox, right? What you're saying is PlayStation Studios can't figure the pisser technology out and they can't, however you want to hear it, they can't put the games looking a certain way on the PlayStation 5 Pro or PlayStation 5 Pro Enhanced, however you want it, right?
Yep.
But what you're saying is that the PlayStation Studios are freaking to the point that they can't even figure that out, but the Xbox Studios are figuring it out for you. So Xbox is out here delivering for you what PlayStation cannot do.
It's the truth.
Go ahead. Keep going.
It's so crazy, but it's the fucking truth, man.
Who's your daddy now?
Oh my God. I mean, look, if you look at, again, when we were reading the article, right? The fact that, number one, over here they went ahead and PlayStation had the store listing say that it was enhanced, right? And then to go and see that in the FAQ they confirmed there's no enhancements, and then they took it off, right? They took it off, but it's still in their PlayStation Direct store. Like, at what point is that not okay to do?
It's a scam, bro.
Like,
it's a scam.
That's a trick, right? Like, they're fooling people.
How long are they going to be able to just buy, because of their name, get away with all this crap? Dude,
it's bullshit.
This is crazy. I wouldn't want them to, and I don't think they would dare do some shit like that to their consumers. But if Xbox try to pull anything like this off, they couldn't. They wouldn't be able to.
That's like you having a Series X, and then when you play the game, you're getting the Series S version. And they're like, well, we just didn't bother using any of the features of the Series X
crazy
above and beyond, but it runs good. It runs good on the X, but it's it's basically the same as the S, right? That would be wild. The streets would go crazy.
They would.
The media
would because it's ridiculous money. Xbox. Let me ask you a question. Why have this stuff why have people pay? Listen, the statement was ridiculous. That is up to the developers. What in the hell are you telling me to, like, you're telling me that I should buy the pisser and then it's up to them if they want to use it or not? No. If I'm buying the pisser, the games should come enhance with everything that is in there, and the developers should be making the game using the tech that is available.
Well, shit, even just, I mean, just by definition, the box is more powerful than the original. And you're telling me there's nothing that you can use the power for?
Apparently, either the power isn't real or the power's no good. And I told you, listen, this is one of those situations that, yes, maybe the power is there, but it compromises everything so much, right? You can't say, well, we created a pisser that can give you this power, but everything else is screwed. It's supposed to be a harmonious situation. Seamless. I shouldn't have to go there. It's like when they were saying that when you played Final Fantasy 16. Oh, well, you have to in order for your PlayStation to not steam up and burn down your freaking house, you have to turn off whatever the heck it was. You have to manually go ahead and do something to the damn box in order for these things not to happen. These things shouldn't happen, period. This should not be a situation that I'm in because I'm running your game on the box that you sold me. Something is wrong. I should be able to smoothly just pop in my game and play.
Agreed.
Come on, man.
Like that's the thing, right? Like you have to do, like, something has to come from it, right? Doesn't matter. Like I see you, Space Shot. I know you're saying like the game itself runs well, 60 FPS or whatever it is. But again, just kind of like I said, so that rationale saying I don't need to enhance it for the more powerful console in our ecosystem, right? Because that's what it is. If you're a PlayStation owner and you bought the PlayStation 5 Pro, you expect that you're getting an enhancement over the regular generic box, right? That's the same shit as saying that if you don't need to make a Series X version because Series S is the baseline.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need to do it in 4K.
So then why are you making
4K?
Then why are you making another box? That's the question. If it's up to the developers and they don't need to do whatever, and we're getting the Series S version, then why even have the other box? What's the advantage? Why are you asking people for more money if you're not going to deliver with the games and the tech that's supposed to be applied to these games?
Yeah, I mean, it's not our job to figure it out.
It's
right?
not.
They need to figure out what is it they're going to do. Look, I guarantee that game, as much as it's nice or good and runs well, obviously is the de facto baseball game, right? It's just the one that exists. I can almost guarantee that you can make something look better, right? That you can enhance the graphics for PlayStation 5. I've seen the trailers, they look good. It's still not, doesn't look 100% like, oh my god, this looks so perfect, of like, oh, so realistic. This is a realistic simulation, right? When you see them, when you see the animation, when you see all that stuff, it looks good, but it's not like, oh my god, this is the end all be all, right? There's still room, and they could have, but they don't want to.
Exactly.
What they're saying is not worth it. There's not enough people who own a PlayStation 5 Pro.
It's not worth the work. It's too much. Not enough people bought it. So now whoever did buy it, they're screwed. They can't figure out this tech is too complicated. It's like going to a dealership and buying a new car, and then you pay for the damn thing, and they say, well, you know what? It's up to the people we have here. If they want to put on, they're the only people that can put your tires on. The car, it's not going to have the tires on. They're the only ones that can figure out how to put it on. And it's up to them if they want to put on the tires or not. So you may or may not be able to drive your car after you pay for it. Get the F out of here.
Facts. Now, I did follow that link, and this is from November of last year. where they're talking about games without the PS5 Pro patches are labeled Pro Enhanced on the PlayStation Store. So they just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's just what they're calling it. It's a sales pitch that it should not be legal. It should not, they should have some sort of fear to put this type of false advertisement out there. They just know that no one's going to call them out for it.
Agreed.
And they're worried about what Xbox is going to do because they have a lot of money and a lot of power, and we're at the mercy of whatever they decide to freaking do. The worry is being at the mercy of PlayStation. That's the concern. Look at the shit that they do. They don't need to put this out here. They don't need to put this false labels on things. They want to lure you in somehow to make you think. And the fact that, again, pause here, zoom in, spot the difference. Where's Waldo? That's not, come on, man. I don't care what they feed you, what they put on the box. You're hearing and you're seeing what they're doing.
Yeah.
If you didn't do anything about it then and took a stand and said, I'm not spending my money on this, and you are hearing that this is taking place and you're still not doing shit about it, that's shame on you. This is not, after a while, is not on them. You've let them get away with this shit.
Dude, if it was just this one situation, that's different, right? Like, okay, well, sure, maybe there's one game, but like, we already literally have seen that most of these companies, most of these other people, like they don't really use the tech in their games. Like, it's not some big enhancement that you're getting. The pisser a lot of time is completely just not used in favor of something else that's already out. Like, they just don't care to use what supposedly the box was made for. And again, we just did the story where they're dropping the pisser, right, as it is, and basically converting the pisser to FSR 4 in the future. And it's like, fam, what the fuck is this box doing here? Why is it here? We talked about how in that video they talked about how Mark Cerny literally said that they essentially finished the pisser the same year that they dropped the console.
Yep.
Like leading right up to it, right?
What? They didn't test it out.
It wasn't the first of the year. It was like
they didn't even test it out.
It was
they
like
just put
a
the
little
shit
bit
out
before.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like it's clearly that they came in hot. They're desperate,
Mhm.
right? They know that bro. It's just simple to see. The console is the only thing they're selling, right? Outside of in the first party context, right? The hardware is theirs. The games that they release are theirs. They're not making money on the games they release. They're barely releasing them. And then the ones that they are releasing are not selling. Right. So,
and these sales are
where they want to do it.
Are questionable.
Yeah,
are questionable, man. They're questionable. Edward had brought up he put in a comment in the chat. You weren't here for it, but he mentioned how they're still making money. They're still selling the box. They're still selling games, and they make a profit out of it. The profit that they want to make is not what they're looking to make, right? They're not looking to make 30% off the games. They want 100%, right? The fact is that their games are not selling, but they're not happy giving freaking Xbox. They're not happy giving Phil that 70%. The box is the freaking PlayStation 5 Pro did not sell the way that they needed it to or wanted it to sell. And that's a fact. And now here we go, bundling up Astrobot, the new one with the PlayStation, so that 1.5 million of sales can somehow go up, right? Because that's their game of the year. These numbers are just like the numbers that you hear from the freaking ponies. They're fake news.
It's true. Yeah, look, they needed to sell something else that would make them some profit. The Pro is profitable for them as far as when they sell one, they make money on it. They're not selling it at a loss. They're not doing any of that bullshit. They're going ahead and making money. So that's why they rushed. That's why they rushed to get this shit out. Obviously, the shit was not ready. Obviously, the pisser wasn't what they were hoping to ship with. They thought they were going to ship with something more akin to FSR 4, but even AMD couldn't get there until now, right? And that's still to come, right? It ships with their new hardware, but that's it. So, like at the end of the day, the Pro is proving out to be the joke of the industry.
Mm-hmm.
Their studios don't want to use it or care to use it as much as Digital Foundry was so hyped for it. If you remember,
oh yes,
they were so hyped, they were gassing it up. Oh
they
my
were.
God, it's great, blah blah blah. Then they had that interview with Mark Cerny and things changed.
Yep.
The hype level died down. They're not hyped anymore about it. Like, it's just, we'll see what happens, because Mark Cerny came out and said, calm the fuck down. This shit is not a fucking miracle worker. It's not a new console. It's not gonna change shit. It's just a mid-gen refresh. It's a spec bump. It's gonna run the same games the same way.
$700 refresh, right? We're not talking about pocket change, right? We're talking about $700. So
Agreed.
at least.
Agreed.
Stand sold separately.
This is just what it is, man. This is just what it is. And this is not, they're not the first who are not using the Pro enhancements, and they won't be the last.
Yep.
They won't be the last. You're gonna see that most of these people, they just don't care enough. You know, like I said, what you're getting most of the time is minimal effort, right? So a lot of times what you get is the performance mode will have graphics that are closer to the quality mode, right? So things that are already existing, right? So they're just taking the settings of the quality mode, going to their performance mode, and putting those settings there and seeing if that brings it up to a consistent 60. If it doesn't, they still lower the resolution, or they do something to make that work. So it's not a not easy just swap. It's not a like for like 100% that the performance mode visually looks as good as the quality mode. A lot of times it's still lower as far as how it looks. It's just running smoother, right? So they never do more. They never do special. Very rarely are you in a scenario where they're going ahead and adding like ray tracing or something like that. But that's off the backs of something that already exists, right? Like Alan Wake, they already had ray tracing on PC. They tried to put it on the Pro. It didn't work, right? So they had to keep fucking scaling it down, trying to make a version just so they could have a selling point that would work on it, right? Like literally they put out like the worst version of ray tracing ever seen in a game. But hey, it has ray tracing, right?
Yeah.
You know, we know Forza
we can say it's there.
Exactly. We know Forza is supposed to have on track ray tracing in Forza Horizon, right? But again, that's off the backs of the work that they already did for Forza Motorsport. Let's stop the fucking bullshit and stop acting like they're doing something special for the PlayStation 5 Pro. Yes, Forza Horizon does not have it on console right now, but Forza, the tech required to do so has already been done.
Exactly.
So that's the only reason this is happening.
We're talking 4 years later, man. It's crazy. Obviously, you're selling a game premium edition for $100. I expect them, and also going to another platform, I expect them to put their best foot forward. If you have figured out new ways, new tech to apply, why would you not? It's ridiculous. The argument is ridiculous. And even the fact that some people out there sit there and are upset about the fact that 4 years later, this game may look better than it did when you played it 4 years ago. Like on a PlayStation, obviously, now it's crazy to me. Like, what are you talking about? Like, yes, you're looking for reasons to be upset, but try to find the rationale. Try to find the common sense somewhere along the lines before you go ahead and put a freaking statement out there or say some dumb shit.
Yeah, I agree. It's just stupid. It's stupid. It's ridiculous that's that's where we are with a brand new console that got released, that's being sold out in these streets.
Again, by a platform that supposedly that's where they shine, right? That's where they shine. The box, right? The box is what they sell. You would think, right? Instead of rushing it and putting some nonsense out there. And again, this is not the first time. We can go ahead and say, oh, you know what? This is what happened this time. No, no. The AK, Dion, that you brought up. Yes, absolutely. This is not the first time that we sit here surrounded by lies from PlayStation. So if you have the box and you already messed up before, right? And you know that you're rushing something, this is not where you should go ahead and take a chance. Your software's already not selling. If you still have, something to hold on to that still makes you look good or represents who you are as a brand, take some type of pride. For you to come out here and request people to spend this much money on your box, and then it's something that you have asked, that you rushed out just to snatch their money. Come on, man. It's not right. And I don't know who can go out there and support this freaking company in any other way.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. Gold Star says, just like Concord, may piss rest in peace. I mean, it's true, bro.
Let's go.
True. It's all a waste, dude. It's all a waste. And look, at the end of the day, they probably felt like they couldn't do much more over what they've done on the Series X for this game. But, what does this mean for the future of the Pro? Are you just going to keep not having these studios come out and be like, nah, we're good. We're just going to do a little spec bump? Because that's not the way the last generation worked, right? Like the One X was a big jump up, big visual choice, like big visual differences you can see between the two clearly, going in 4K, enhanced textures, enhanced all this stuff. Like it was just way better. And what's happening now, come on, man. It's ridiculous.
I agree.
It's ridiculous. That being said, yeah, I don't think anybody in the chat is really debating the idea of the success of the Pro. I think everybody's kind of on the same page that this is such a waste. Razor Ultra says PlayStation got high on their own supply. It's crazy, but it's true. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a fucking scam. I was about to say, I just saw it. Scorpio
was good, scam. Love. It's true,
That's
man.
What it is, man.
It is. It's insane. It's insane.
It really is ridiculous. Dion Landis says PlayStation 5 will be my last PlayStation, and I will never again invest in anything Sony.
It's dude, it's true though. Like
they burned a lot of people with this generation.
Yes, they really did. And it's beyond just what they're willing to do, with their games and the box and, their platform over at PlayStation. Just Sony as a whole, it's a reflection on who they are and what they're willing to do to get their money. But this is why they find that cushion. Like we see, even with TVs, like, yes, when they were there, that was their sweet spot. As soon as they felt the competition around, like, what have you done to elevate yourself, right? You just want to rely on the fact that you've made something, the name should carry it. And it shouldn't be like that. Not when there are so many options out there. It shouldn't be that way.
Agreed 100%. Rusky said, I was never sold on the regular version, so this didn't move me at all. Listen, I was not sold on a PlayStation 5. I just believed that the next generation was going to be amazing in general across the board, because I felt like the last generation just went on for so long, and we saw what the 1X can do, and it was like, okay, like this next generation is going to be crazy. Then we got COVID, and that fucked up a lot of stuff. But I assumed that the next generation version of the games that I liked, it was my fault. It was stupid, but I assumed like Naughty Dog was going to make something amazing during the PlayStation 5 generation, because I saw what they did with the PlayStation 4 hardware and the PlayStation 3 hardware before it, right? So it's like I'm seeing this progression. It's like, okay, this is good. Fuck it. They're gonna make something. I might as well just get a PlayStation. And goddamn, what a fucking letdown. First of all, they haven't even fucking showed up.
No.
They haven't even fucking showed up.
Not at all. Not at all.
All they've done is remake, or I'm sorry, not even remake. All they have done is remastered their old games this whole generation.
And you know, at a time where Xbox didn't have all these studios and they went ahead and they put out X amount of games, right now it doesn't seem like much, right? But like for the PlayStation 4, you're thinking and you're like, okay, look at what they put out for that time. You can only imagine that things will evolve, that you will do more. But especially now with the amount of games that we have in Game Pass and the lineup of freaking 2025 for Xbox, it is insane. You can't possibly think and look at that mess over there and in any way justify. And this is why it's so crazy that the idea of certain games going on the PlayStation platform can make you not want to be on Xbox anymore, where you're supposedly a gamer and you want to play games. You know that saying, like, don't leave for tomorrow what you can't do, what you can do today, or like tomorrow's not guaranteed or promised. And it's like, if as a gamer, if gaming is a part of your life, like, you're going to go to PlayStation to see if the games that are out right now will maybe someday show up over there. That's not living. That's madness.
Facts.
Just saying.
Facts. It's true. It's true. It's a real situation for these dudes who are just sitting there staring out the window, looking over the fence, saying, I can't wait. Hopefully some of that stuff is going to come over here.
Yeah, and it's like, oh my gosh, it happened. It happened. We got this one. Starfield may come next. And it's like, you know that these games are available in some way, somehow. The fact that you are tying your own hands, that's on you. And then when you think of something so stupid like that, and then you see them spending their money on the PlayStation 5 Pro, you're like, okay, well, it makes sense. And they're not crying about it. They're not complaining about it. They're not taking a stand about it. It's like, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. They're just a group of stupid. For lack of better words.
A group of stupid. I mean, you ain't wrong.
If the shoe fits, if the croc fits.
Wow. If the croc fits. Wow. That's crazy right there.
I brought it back.
We got our homie Rated Blade in the building. My dude.
Rated Blade, what's up, baby?
Appreciate you, homie. Thank you for that £5 super chat. Says, Doodle, my dear.
What's up,
common
baby?
sense isn't common. And a pony wouldn't notice it if it smacked them right in the face. For the D thighs of the world, shut the up. Listen,
it is true. You know, that's funny because it's the lack of common sense out there. It's like a disease. It's like a disease. And it's something that it's almost rare at this point. And when those dumbasses hear people with common sense, they think that we're the infected ones. And it's like, nah, sweetie, no. That's not how it works. But it's not a common thing. I agree with you. The fact that it has such a name like common sense, you would think that is something that we're all kind of born with and kind of like you pick up naturally. But man,
it's true. It's true, and it's a real infliction over there. But this is the thing, right? Just by definition, if you are like if you're in like really into the PlayStation ecosystem, um, for the PlayStation first party games, I mean,
you're screwed.
like the fuck are you even doing now? You know what I'm saying? Like this is a real problem, right? Like even when we didn't have a ton of games on Xbox, like we had our rotation, you know, of like our big games that we wanted coming out, right? They were just coming out every year, just the different games that we wanted. What they're at now is just in a bunch of nothingness, bro. Like it's just they don't have anything that they for sure want, right? Like you may be saying you're excited for Ghost of Yote, but don't fucking tell me that you wouldn't have preferred it to be Ghost of Tsushima 2, right?
Absolutely.
Intergalactic.
You're settling. Come on, man. You're settling. Is that what we're here for? To settle? That you said it before, CMoney. I love when they push the boundaries. I want better looking games. I want you to push the box. This is what you want. This is what we deserve. This is what we expect. I said it. I've said it before. Going over to PlayStation is like marrying a bitch that won't work, can't clean, can't cook, can't fuck. What are we doing? What are we doing?
God damn.
What the fuck are we doing? Explain yourself. You know what I mean?
Damn. That's fucked. That's real fucked up.
What are we here for?
It's a good question.
Exactly. Why are you buying a box that it's a freaking pisser? The tech in there, first of all, expensive as shit. The tech doesn't work, doesn't apply to the freaking games. No, it's not to the developers, but the developers don't want to use it. They're not making any first-party games. What are we doing here? Hiroki don't respect you. They lie to you all the time. They just want your money. Come on, man.
Agreed.
Time to part ways.
You know I got soul.
Yo!
Been saying this for years and don't steal my shit. All sense ain't good sense, and good sense ain't common.
Yo, let's go.
Nailed it.
It's true. That explains
steal that.
Twitter.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
I like that.
Now said by On Point exclusively. We have no idea who we came up with that display. That's awesome, man.
That's awesome. Listen, that sums up Twitter right there.
It's the truth, man.
Bars.
It's the truth. It's a oh damn. Going to PlayStation is like marrying an ugly trophy wife.
Oh,
that's fucked.
It ain't a trophy.
That's real fucked. Relsky says, yo, I would feel so stupid if I bought one of those just to find out you can't even use the tech.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? That's wild.
Yo, Freddie Fox with that tweet.
Freddie Fox, what's up, baby?
Sony can't afford to take advantage of the pro. Can you imagine, like, MLB, the show, Sony San Diego, or whatever they call it? They go up to Sony, like, all right, cool. Oh, all right, cool. We got some power. We got the pisser. Great. We're going to need some more money because we need to figure out how to use this shit, and it's going to fuck up our timeline. So we need to hire some people. We need to give some people some more training to figure out how to use this shit. And Sony's like,
shut that bitch down. It ain't happening.
Nah.
Hiroki too brokey.
We're good. Don't do it. Fuck it. Just don't do it. Don't use it. Don't use it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Man. Corey No for Life, the homie said PS Pro got
Happy
ED.
Sunday.
Damn. Erectile dysfunction. That's fucked up.
Listen, makes sense. Makes sense.
Yo, Music 72 says you can have a Days Gone remaster. No. Don't compare them. Don't compare them. It's remastered. Trust us. You saw the pictures, right, baby?
No, I haven't seen the pictures, but listen, I believe you, Music. That's exactly how it's taking place.
Dude,
I believe you, man. I don't put anything past these clowns. And I don't put anything past the galloper saying, oh, I see the difference.
Dude. Hold on.
Let's see money looking for receipts. Let's go.
Pretty sure I saw somebody do it. Where they went ahead. No, I didn't click it. Somebody literally put it together, like the regular one and the remaster. Swear to God, it's identical. It's identical.
That's wild.
Like they didn't even bother showing up to the party. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just what it is, man. It's like a fucking waste of life. This is all they are. And it's so sad that this is the state of gaming outside of Xbox. You know what I'm saying? Like, great for Xbox. We crushing it out here, man. We have so much coming. The fact that they are in such a shit place, we literally get to milk these fuckers like cows. You know what I'm saying? It's like, give us your dollars. You know what I'm saying?
Let me get that milk.
I mean, I don't know why we did. I feel like we shouldn't do that. I feel like we shouldn't.
Nah.
We shouldn't do that. No. They're definitely not getting that. Definitely not. You know, no.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, that's a that was wild what we just did right now. But that's okay. That's okay. Mont PBM Gaming, what's up, fam? Thank you for being here. Says you can't make sense out of nonsense. That's
yes.
That's also
exactly. How you been? Good to see you.
We got the homie Do You K Now, the broke boy inside with that $10. I appreciate you, fam. Says PlayStation fans tell them they want Days Gone 2 or Ghost of Tsushima 2. PlayStation tells them, no, we're not making those, but you'll like this remaster or Game of the Year more. Or no, Ghost of Yotei more. PlayStation fanboys say PlayStation is right. They know what we want. Jesus Christ. It's fucking true.
It's wild, man. It's true. It's this mentality. It's crazy. But at the same, like, they're not buying the games. So you can go ahead and keep on making what you want. They are out there fronting about this pisser and about these games. And the reality is, it's not like that. There's a reason why they keep cutting corners. There's a reason.
100%. It's goddamn. Like, you can't make this shit up. They don't want to make Days Gone 2. They said, fuck this shit. This shit ain't worth it. But they do a remaster. Why?
Shuhei said, you want new games? Buy the remasters. That's what they're feeding you until their belly is full enough and they can go ahead and shit out some crappy new IP or some freaking crappy next freaking game to an IP that already exists. You want new crap? Support the old ones that they're going to continue to feed you over and over again. That's where they're at. That's it.
Yep. It's the truth.
He spelled it out. Did it need to be spelled out? No. Is it nice to hear the freaking confirmation from everything we've talked about? Yes. These ponies sit there and they're like, oh, good. We want these remasters. We want it to look better. How many times are you going to play the same raggedy ass story? The first time, I get it. Next time you see it coming. Then that time after, like, what are you doing? What are you doing with your time in your life that you're okay being fed the same bullshit over and over again?
Agreed 100%. This is the bullshit. This is where they live, though. This is where they live. Abacab72 says, if they are not using the pisser and even replacing it with AMD's new chips, what's the whole point of it existing then? Looks like Xbox was right in not doing a mid-gen refresh. Agreed. I mean, this is the thing. We're literally seeing Xbox literally like untapping more and more of the Series X's power, right? Because the games keep looking better. You know what I'm saying? Like, we keep seeing the games look better. Avowed is fucking stunning.
Right? It is. Oh my gosh.
Stunning. And it's like they're like we have Hellblade, Indiana Jones, Avowed, Call of Duty, all beautiful, amazing looking games on the Xbox, crushing it. And just like you can't like we're getting enough from it. Literally, I told you guys with Avowed, I literally did not during the whole first 70 hours of playing that game, I did not go and play it on the PC, which I have a 4090. I could have easily played it there at whatever the max setting was at the time. But I didn't even bother because I started on the Xbox and just it was so stunning that I never felt the need to go see what it looked like on PC, right? I have since gone ahead and played it on PC, all maxed, and it looks great. It looks better than on the Series X, but that's just because of what I have here. The actual box, man, I don't regret it. And even still, I'm still playing Avowed, and I still play it mostly on the Xbox. So it's like the Xbox Series X was a phenomenal box, is a phenomenal box, and it's just going to keep rocking until the next one comes out, and they're going to take it to even higher levels with that, right? Which is amazing.
Agreed.
So very, 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 very happy with where we are. I do have the homie Space Shot in the building.
Space Shot, what's good?
Space Shot member for 5 months, man.
Appreciate
you, fam.
Thank you, love.
For being here, brother. Saying Xbox is getting new games, new ideas, new IP, and ponies are showing us how great the pisser is playing Doom 2016. Oh my god, that's wild. That's wild. It's true though. It's true. It's sad that that's the state of the situation, but at the end of the day, we're not in that fucking bullshit. Like, we're living the good life over here. We're getting those new games. We're getting those new ideas. We're getting those new IP in our Game Pass subscription. Some of those new games, some of those new ideas, some of those new IP are going over there at $70 plus. Okay. So I'm just saying this is we're not the same. You're saying they're not like us. All right. They're not like us.
Not at all.
And you have the homie, do you K now, the broke boy insider.
Yo,
$2 super chat says, CMoney, did you see X-Fault call Sir Bruvian a pedo? I mean, X-Fault is pretty trash, right? Like, he's always clipping us, doing the same shit.
Always clipping us, always a bunch of shit that gets said. It's crazy
nonstop. And
then that we have to deal with.
Messages of the videos that he clips, constantly having all these comments in there talking shit. It is
disgusting. It's ridiculous. And the reality of it is that is who you deal with on X. There's a lot of people like that. And, you have, I don't think given it like, it's not just the harassy clipping and comments and tagging and then the private messages about the shit that we should do to ourselves and the disgusting things that get said. I'm not going to complain about it. I'm not going to whine about it. I'm not going to cry about it. These are a bunch of fucking losers that have nothing to do with their freaking time other than harass me or try to make themselves feel relevant. Fuck off. So yeah. I have my own things that I'm not going to come out here and cry about. That's not my identity. They think they know me because what? They can't handle my opinion? Fuck out of here.
Yeah. No, that's
someone else's opinion of me is none of my business. You don't know me.
Problem.
Yeah, it's a personal problem. And you want to go ahead and cry, do the things that have been said about how I shouldn't be stating my opinion and I should be in a kitchen cooking and I probably don't know how to cook. Like the nasty, and that's one of the nicest things that have been said that I don't bring to the show or pay attention to or give them the attention that they're so desperately craving from me, they're not going to get it. I don't care. They're a bunch of losers.
Yeah.
I've been in chats on other shows, and the things that get said are crazy about things that they wouldn't want happening to their mother or sister or some shit like that. Because you disagree with my opinion? I will never retrieve my opinion or make it because you think that you're gonna intimidate me or make me feel a certain way when you have no value, you add no value to my life. No, my opinion is mine, and if you don't like it, go suck a dick.
Big
or
facts.
Stuff one. Don't care what you do with it.
100%. 100%. And Eastside Vandal says it. Mofos are real brave online.
Exactly.
Real brave online. That is the truth. That is the truth, my friend. Yeah, Coach says when these losers hide behind a keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. This is the words, man. Mont PBM says it in the words of the great Dave Chappelle, Twitter isn't a real place.
Exactly.
Facts.
Exactly.
Facts. That's why we don't.
But,
that's why we don't. That's why we don't fuck with it. Like
we don't give it light like that. And the funny thing is that they don't understand that this is how stupid they are. Even with the private messaging, all that crap that they do, like there are ways to link these accounts. They're so stupid. And the shit that they put out there is crazy. So I just let them go on their ride. Let them have what they believe is fun. But it just shows you how miserable they are.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And I mean, look, at the end of the day, fuck them. They ain't shit. And we're just gonna keep going with our shit, man.
Yeah. I don't have time to sit here and cry about anything that anybody does or says. Because it doesn't mean anything to me.
Yes, indeed.
I can only speak from my end.
All right. So that being said, I think we're good here with this MLB The Show embarrassing the pro.
Oh, for sure.
For sure. 4K.
For sure.
All right.
Listen, leave it up to their games to embarrass their box, right?
It's a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
Self-inflicted, but this is what we like.
The worse their games look on their box is just the better that our games, which are already coming in with power and swag, are going to look there. So we said it. We said Forza is coming in to go ahead and take over what? Gran Turismo.
Make that shit irrelevant for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Michelle says that the Days Gone remaster isn't PlayStation 5 Pro enhanced either.
Oh, Michelle with that back to the back. She's like, hold up. I have more news for these ponies. Listen.
It just keeps getting better.
It does.
You know what I'm saying? Like
it does.
You smell the air and say, oh man.
You just gotta let it sit for a minute. Like, you know what? Let's just let that sit.
Yeah. You gotta. I told you, it's just gonna keep going, right? It's just gonna keep going. It's not going to. These studios just don't see the value in it, right? They're not gonna try to figure it out. The Pro is not a seamless upgrade. It's a box that, even though it's literally just like a PlayStation 5, they can't figure out how to eke out anything worthwhile of it.
Exactly.
Again, people will always try to point back at the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth performance mode looking like fucking Vaseline on your screen in the original version, and then the pisser version looks so much clearer. But Digital Foundry already slapped that shit up and literally said that any solution that was used would have worked.
Exactly.
It's just the fact that the original PlayStation 5 was not powerful enough to have a solution applied and have the 60 FPS mode. So that's all that happened. The little bump in spec of the PlayStation 5 Pro gave them enough room to put in something that would act like FSR or whatever, and they just happened to use the pisser. But aside from that, come on, man.
I agree.
It's a problem.
It is.
So Others Inc. real quick says
Others Inc. What's up, baby?
Does have ray tracing on the Xbox Series X, and it's at 60 FPS. The Xbox got an update for Forza Horizon 5 over a month ago. Interesting. I did not know that. I would definitely check that out. I mean, it would make sense for me, right? Again, this is all based off of what happened with Motorsport. So once Motorsport went ahead and fucking got the 4K, the ray tracing on track, then it would make sense for me. Remember, Forza Horizon did have ray tracing from the very beginning outside of the track, right? So in photo mode and all that other shit, it had it right away. So it's just on track. That was the part that they were missing.
Yeah.
But Forza Motorsport fixed that. So if it is dope, I mean, that'll be good. I got to go back and check it out. Smitty Smith
Yo
says, Sony, we'll let the games speak for themselves. Sony's invisible games. We can't use pro enhancements and we don't want it. Give us FSR 4. God damn.
Oh my gosh.
God
the
damn.
Book of X, baby. Yo.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Invisible games. That's the thing, though. It's funny because they're saying that they can't use it, but what are you going to use it on? You've canceled everything. What do you got? Man.
Agreed. Oh, wait. Sorry. So, the homie Dark Angelic, did I read this one? I don't think I did. With that $2 super chat, appreciate your fam. Says Xbolt bought 3 copies of Concord.
Oh my gosh.
To own Xbox.
For what?
He thought he was beating the system. I'm buying 3 copies. And that shit is dead and gone. What a clown. What a fucking clown. Do you K now? The broke boy inside with that $5 super chat says, I use this account because a PlayStation fanboy went into my personal Facebook profile, pulled a pic of my 11-year-old daughter, and proceeded to trash her in a post.
That's disgusting.
What a fucking loser bitch, bro. Punk ass people, bro. It makes you really. This is why ponies will always get it.
Yep, that's the problem. That's the problem.
Ponies will always get it because this is who they are. This is who they are. Just the fact that they're over there, you can just see them. You see how they talk. You see how they do shit. Crazy. And they get even more flustered because we don't give them the light of day. You know what I'm saying?
Drives them crazy.
It fucking annoys them so much.
I listen.
It's crazy.
I told them, I control you, bitch. All of your emotions, how upset you get, just on my opinion, is wild. Can ruin their day like that.
Agreed. Yeah, they're the worst. They're the worst. Yeah, Smitty Smith, 100%. Their ponies are the worst. So they can go fuck themselves real good. Okay. Let's move on. Okay. I do have it here. Let me just get my chapter. Okay, so second topic. We knew about this for a long time, but it is looking now. Wait, what? Hold on. Am I crazy?
So, real quick, before you get started, and Dragon Warrior, that is very important. Okay, so he says it's not popping up because of the last word that he threw in there. But Dragon Warrior says, don't label an entire fan base around the actions of one bad tart, right? Yes, but that's why we always separated between ponies and
Ponies
PlayStation fans, right? Ponies, listen,
automatically PlayStation fans.
there's the PlayStation fans. They freaking love the games, or just
own a PlayStation,
or just own a PlayStation,
which is fine.
Listen,
No problem.
there are a lot of us, right, that have PlayStations, right? We love gaming.
Yep.
But that narrative that out there talking this nonsense and behaving this way, not being able to acknowledge the good and the bad between platforms, that makes you a freaking pony. You're a blinded.
Then, I mean, just the behavior.
Yes, the
even if you forget the fucking fuck the Xbox and PlayStation shit.
Listen, don't start none, won't
it's
be
the
none.
way that they think that they're gonna go and they talk and they go and they try to get personal and nasty, and like one of the biggest things for me is the shit that I see on Twitter. We don't respond to it. We don't look at it because it doesn't fucking matter. But these motherfuckers have the balls to say some crazy fucking shit on Twitter. Shit that had that shit been said in my face.
Oh,
when you're talking about Doodle, we're talking a whole different world of life for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a whole different situation. But these motherfuckers think that they're so fucking big out. It's one thing if we're talking about how stupid a fucking pony is for having this stupid ass made up belief about Xbox bad, PlayStation good, all that shit. Even if we're joking on them or making fun of them, we're talking about their beliefs on PlayStation and Xbox, right? I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna go and think about this person's wife or family or life outside of gaming, right? That's a whole fucking different world. I know that none of these people, if I didn't know who they are, I would say 85% of these bigger ponies, right? 85% of them, if I didn't know they were a pony and I was out in the street and walked into a place and they were standing there, most likely we would talk, chat up. They would be talking about PlayStation. I would say, oh yeah, that's dope too. Yeah, I fuck with Xbox. And more than likely, our conversation would just be normal about gaming and about how much we love gaming in general and all that. Like, that would just be the way. I completely believe that to be the case.
I believe
outside of the YouTube world, 85% of those ponies that are saying the craziest, the most heinous shit, not when they're talking about other people, when they're just talking about the consoles, I could almost guarantee that if we would meet them not knowing who they were and just had a conversation, we would do it. You know how many people I've spoken to outside of here that are big PlayStation fans? You think I'm gonna go and be like, what a fucking pony you are? No. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I'm gonna be like, yeah, oh shit, you play that? Yeah, that shit is dope. Yeah, I like The Last of Us. Fucked up that we're getting this other game or we're not getting this, or man, you're pumped for Ghost of Yotei. I'm kind of fucking annoyed. I kind of wish it was Ghost of Tsushima too. Like, these are just normal conversations that I would have.
You should get an Xbox. You should try Game Pass.
Exactly.
Like, these are normal conversations.
But like
the way
this other shit where these dudes, they come out here and they think that they're gonna fucking be crazy disrespectful and like put out, like, say crazy shit is
and listen, this is the thing. I've never been like, I don't speak from a place of anger when I'm talking, even if my tone changes. It's just my tone, right? When I'm saying something, or I'm caught off guard by the stupidity level, or the brainless shit. But I promise you that anything that you have put out there, if I were to retaliate, and you know me, CMoney, if I were to retaliate, you will crawl up on a corner crying. Any of the bullshit that you can put out there and say, thinking that you're going to affect me, if I were to go ahead and get upset about it, you would regret really quickly.
Yeah, that's why they hide, right? Because if we got to see them, woo, what a field day we would have after they say some heinous shit.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Oh my gosh. I would emotionally destroy them in seconds. In seconds. Because you will never be nastier than I can be. Never. No one could be nastier than I can be. If like, and I'm the nicest freaking person, but if you fuck with me, you will find out.
Yeah.
Quickly.
Look, that's the reality of what
anyways, gaming.
So I don't want to keep going into it, but okay. So first of all, I think I missed and I appreciated the homie Ray and Blade pointed out. I think I missed this one. The homie Ray and Blade with that $5 super chat, man. Appreciate you, my brother. I did not see it, so I apologize, dude. Says I called it from the very start. Scam station. CPU is the same. Therefore, nothing is going to change. It's a fart in the wind. Remember, you can smell it. Damn. Facts. Very fucking true. Very fucking true, bro. And then he's back with another $5 super chat, man.
To back, baby.
Again, he says, I believe you missed my super chat. Sorry about that.
Oh.
Says, for everyone hyping up PlayStation 5 Pro, deep inside, they're crying. Case in point, Refudge, always crying poems all day.
That's wild, though. It's true. They freaking... they're so heartbroken. They have to let it out somehow, some way. And their idea of that is to just throw a tantrum and say some stupid shit. I still like laugh about that video, that clip with Reforge. And he was just like, who yo, that shit was hilarious.
It was great.
Oh my gosh. That was so funny.
Yeah. It was wonderful.